Darkness is real. Light is also real. But as Christians, we are aware of the darkness, but we are the solution. We are the light. And that is because of Jesus Christ, who we are celebrating today. Spiritual darkness, which is what we are referring to when we read it in the scriptures, is spiritual form of darkness, not just that things are dark. Spiritual darkness really represents sin. That is why Jesus came into the world of sin to bring the light. Spiritual darkness also means ignorance. Ignorance. So many times when we don't know what we are supposed to know, we are in darkness. But many times because of our wonderful English language, we don't see it that way, so we don't speak it that way. Spiritual darkness also means sin. Ignorance. Not knowing what we should know. We're not talking about knowing as much as someone else. That is something else. We're just talking about not knowing what we should know. Why? Because we are Christians. We are God's property. We are God's own. We should know what He has already shown us. And He does that regularly through His word. Sin is darkness. Ignorance is darkness. Bondage is darkness. There's some people over us, some in the Lord, some just in the flesh, and they are the ones controlling our lives. That is spiritual darkness. When it's time to say no to error, you don't say no. You are afraid. When it's time to correct evil, you don't correct because you are afraid. When it's time to deliver your family, your marriage from the claws of the enemy, the person is feeling afraid to talk to those who are responsible for bringing the problem or the pressure on the family that is not supposed to be there. And that therefore becomes bondage. That is also spiritual darkness. There's also spiritual darkness that means separation from God. Not being where God is. Not being where God is, we're not talking physically now. We're talking about His word, His way, and His will. What I call the WWW of righteousness. His word, His way, His will. When people are separated from God, everything they do, everything they say, everything they plan is not influenced by the word of God. They are separate from God. Sometimes their business is separate from God. Their family is separate from God. The cultures and traditions that they embrace so passionately is separate from God and godliness. And that also is spiritual darkness.